What's up, gamers? It's February, and while most of us have already given up our New Year's resolutions, there is one game that refuses to quit. One game that seems poised to endure the test of time. But is it really worth playing in 2023? And parents, should you build a fort around it to keep your kids away? Stick around to find out. Load up the battle bus, and let's go! Fortnite is a free-to-play, well, mostly free-to-play, multiplayer game set in an alternate dimension where 100 players are dropped onto an island with nothing but their pickaxe and their will to survive. A toxic storm slowly shrinks the map, forcing its players closer together as they race to gather the resources they need to fight their opponents. Players are slowly eliminated either by the storm or each other until only one remains and takes the victory crown. Part of what keeps people coming back to this game, even after 6 years and 23 seasons, is that everyone starts on equal footing. You land with no weapons. You have nothing to build a fort with. You don't even know which part of the island the storm is going to target. It makes every match feel fresh and exciting, and once you figure out the mechanics of it all, it really does become a fun, suspenseful, and strategic good time. On top of that, it is constantly changing, and not even just season to season, but throughout each season as well. The terrain changes, the weapons change, game modes come and go, new mechanics are introduced, others disappear, and that's the reason for it being successful for 6 straight years. It's always evolving and trying to improve on itself. That said, what I say in this review may not apply to future versions of the game, so let me know in the comments if you think I should re-review this every year. Speaking of change, the graphics have changed over time. What started out as an Unreal Engine 3 game is now a full-blown Unreal Engine 5.1 work of art. The texture, lighting, shadows, ray tracing, character models, animations, they're all top-notch and really showcase what Unreal Engine can do. Sound design has also improved over the years. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like some of the effects have been re-recorded or remastered so that they are of a higher fidelity than they once were. Also, there is a lot of licensed music in this game, which is non-explicit and mostly safe for kids. Music shows up during some of the character animations called emotes, where your character dances, which is really fun, but also when you enter a vehicle. You can turn the radio off, but driving is more fun when you have tunes to jam to. The Battle Royale mode is also loosely based around an ongoing science fiction story, but it's hard to follow because elements are spaced too far apart. Essentially, those story elements serve as their excuse to make changes to the island and gameplay mechanics. But is this game still worth playing in 2023? Well, that depends. Most things eventually grow old. Maybe you've played it enough and are ready to move on to other things, a different genre or style of game. If so, be sure to subscribe and watch some other reviews. Or maybe you just don't like the feeling of starting over from scratch every time you're eliminated. That's totally fair. That bothered me at first too. Perhaps you're just fed up with the entire free-to-play model altogether. All of these are valid reasons not to play, and that's totally your choice. The good news is, it was free to download, so you're really not out any money if you're not into it. But if you've never played it before, this is definitely still worth a download. The developers are constantly updating the game, and there is a huge community of players. Finding a match is never a problem at any point in the day. They keep the original characters and the licensed characters coming each and every season, and theoretically, you never have to spend a dime. That's a lot of entertainment value for absolutely no money. Now, I'll be honest, I've spent well over 1,000 hours in this game since 2018, and a couple of times a year I'll buy the $3.99 character and V-Bucks pack to say thank you to the game devs for all their work. But those purchases are totally optional and do nothing to affect your chances of winning. So in my opinion, this game is absolutely worth playing in 2023, and it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC with cross-save support, so you can pick up anywhere right where you left off, and that's pretty awesome. Parents, this is a tricky one to recommend. On the one hand, there's guns and that might make you uncomfortable. If so, tell your kids they can't play it. On the other hand, even with guns, there's a huge difference between playing Call of Duty, which is bloody and graphic and lifelike, and Fortnite's non-bloody, cartoonish art style. But it is rated T for teen because of violence. And if it makes you more comfortable to have your child wait until they're older, make them wait, or tell them they can't play it at all. Also, I've heard parents debate about this game, saying that it makes their kid act more aggressive and they talk back more and have generally worse behavior after playing the game. Here's what I would recommend. Set a time limit. Don't let them play for 5 hours straight. Give them 30 minutes. You can play 2 to 3 matches in that amount of time. Try that and then make them go outside and ride a bike or touch some grass or walk the dog or play some basketball or just anything physically active. I think you might find that some of the bad behavior stems from overexposure. Moderation is a key component of life and some boundaries can be good. But again, this is only a recommendation. You're the parent. One last thing to look out for is voice chat. Playing with others on a team can make the game more fun, and chances are your kid wants to play because their friends are. But you can also team up with random players, so I would just make sure you stay aware of who little Johnny is talking to. If it's Susie from school that lives down the street, that's great. I hope they both learn some team building skills. But if it's Uncle Rico 69 who's 40 years old and lives in a creepy van, well, you get my point. Know who your child is talking to, or just turn the voice chat feature off. That's my take on Fortnite in 2023. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. Are you still playing and loving it? Are you considering trying it for the first time? Whatever the case, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz. And here's a dad joke for you. Why do Fortnite gamers have great teeth? Because they love to floss. Oh man. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Hey, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.